what's the closing process look like here in Puerto Rico versus Florida or Texas or some of the other states where some of our investors have come from. And it's not dissimilar. There are some changes, especially from Florida, which is my main background, where in Florida we would use title companies to facilitate all of the closings. Here you use a notary public, and the notary publics are a little bit different than Florida as well, where they're all actually attorneys. So you go to an attorney's office for the closing, and their deeds are something that I've never seen before coming to Puerto Rico. They're pages and pages long that go back in history and talk about really everything that's ever gone on with the property for years and years. So it's kind of like a title search rolled into a deed, and it's been challenging. Sometimes we go to closings and they're 100% in Spanish, and so we get out the Google Translate and struggle through reading everything. But the notaries do a great job of explaining what we're buying, and so we buy bank-owned properties like 99% of the time. That's just been our business, where we're trying to buy things at 30 cents on the dollar from asking price, or at least that's generally our starting point. So if someone's asking $100,000 and we're offering them 30, we're not usually met with a great response if we're talking to individual homeowners. But when you're dealing with banks, you just keep making the offers and you don't have to worry about the emotions of it. Once we get to the closing table, it's similar. You bring cashier's checks, you show up, you sign, you close, you own it. It looks really just basically the same as it does in Florida. The nice thing here is that the foreclosure law is very similar to Florida. The process is very similar. Puerto Rico is, after all, a territory of the United States, which is one of the benefits of investing here, that we are dealing with the same federal government. And while the local government and the local ways that they do things are slightly different than they are back home, they're not so unfamiliar that it makes it really a challenge. So that's a little bit about what it looks like to go to the closing of a real estate purchase here in Puerto Rico.